welcome back to my channel. It's Marina here, and as always I'm excited to welcome you to another video. If it's your first time here, you're welcome. On this channel I share information that makes settling into life in Canada seamless for newcomers and foreign trained professionals. So don't miss out on any of this information. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you know every time I bring new content. You guys, in today's video I have so much to say. As you can tell from the title already, I'm going to be talking about how to spot fake job offer or how to spot fake job permits packages that agents are selling these days on social media. There's a lot of them around. If you're on social media, chances are you would have come across one of these bogus and very fraudulent job permit packages that people are selling. If this is information that you would like to know more about, definitely keep watching. So many times on social media, especially on Twitter, if you're not following me on Twitter, by the way, why? I'll leave my Twitter and my Instagram handle on the screen for you to follow me so that you can see the information that I share in real time. I have gotten tagged on Twitter multiple times on some of these some of them are very funny job packages that people are selling, and today I'm going to be digging into some of that. Because I cannot do this alone, I have partnered with Distinct Immigration, which is a licensed immigration firm that is based out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I'll speak more about them in a bit, but first let's talk about these fraudulent job offers. The first thing that you want to be looking out for when anybody is trying to market to you this job offer work permit packages that they tell you to pay for, the first thing that you want to be looking out for as a red flag is that it is almost always 100% guarantee. I've seen a couple of these flyers and they write it there, bold in red, almost like that's a selling point for them to tell you that the package that they're selling to you is 100% guarantee. Now, there's no licensed consultant who has gone through licensing processes in Canada that can 100% guarantee any outcome when it comes to Canadian immigration. They know better than to promise you 100% guarantee, because the ultimate guarantee lies with the Canadian immigration. So if anybody is telling you that I can get you a job, I can get you a work permit, and it's 100% guarantee, that is definitely a red flag, okay? Nobody who knows what they are doing will promise you anything 100% guarantee when it comes to Canadian immigration. The next thing that you want to be looking out for on those packages are the bogus benefits that they promise. Free flights, free accommodation, free feeding. On one particular one, I saw furniture allowance, vacation allowance, when it's not Nigerian National Assembly. You guys, please be on the lookout for things like that. It is unlikely that a Canadian employer will offer you all of these things for free. The next thing that I see on some of these flyers that makes me like literally cringe is that they say you are going to pay an application fee. It's a job application fee. In some of the packages, they call it an LMIA fee. If you don't know what LMIA is, it means Labor Market Impact Assessment. That's basically documentation that Canadian employers submit to the government here to justify why they are employing people from outside of Canada. It is not the responsibility of the job applicant to pay for the LMIA fee. That responsibility is on the employer. So if somebody is offering you a job permit package and they are saying you are going to pay for the LMIA fee, chances are they are telling you nonsense. Job application fee, it is not legal for you to give anybody money in exchange for a job in Canada. So a genuine Canadian employer will not ask you to pay for applying for the job. A genuine Canadian employer will not come to you and require you to pay for the LMIA. It is the responsibility of the employer, not the person who's applying, okay? One other very hilarious thing I've seen on one of those packages is that they tell you that biometrics will be done in Canada. You guys, this one is just very laughable. Like you're going to apply for a visa, but it's only when you get into the country that you are going to, that's when they will take your biometrics. Please, let all of us just pause for a minute and think about it. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. It does not work like that, guys. I don't know how they get away with passing that kind of information. I don't even know how people are still falling for that. It is strange, honestly. It's very strange to me. It should be a red flag. Okay, so there's no way you would apply for a visa to Canada and the biometrics will be done after you arrive. That makes absolutely no sense and it is completely inaccurate. You guys, this one has to be my absolute favorite. It's when they talk about salaries. Some of the salaries that those agents offer on some of those packages, goodness gracious, even me, I'm looking for the employers. You are advertising openings for like a meat cutter or like a farmer or like a barber, or some of those minimum wage or close to minimum wage jobs, and the agents will put on the flyers and tell you it's $6,000 a month for salary. And listen to this part, my favorite: no deductions. For a meat cutter, you are offering them $6,000 a month, no deductions. Even if it's Ontario, right? Can you actually go and calculate minimum wage for a meat cutter at $14 an hour? How does it come up to $6,000 a month? How? In which country do they pay salaries without deductions? We pay income tax in Canada. So how then are you earning a salary but there are no deductions, no income tax, no employment insurance, no Canada pension, which are like mandatory deductions that everybody pays on their income regardless of the province that you live in? These agents are preying on the ignorance of people, and I dare say the laziness of people, because all you have to do is do one Google search sometimes, and to be very clear in your face that the information that these guys are giving you is not accurate. Because how in God's name can somebody tell you that you're going to be earning $6,000 a month for being a farmer and you're not going to pay any deductions from it? In Canada, where taxes are really high, then you are the chosen one. They'll give you $6,000 and not collect tax. How does that make any sense, guys? If you're looking to migrate to Canada legally, you have to be absolutely careful who you're dealing with, because these agents, it just seems like they are not smart. These guys are not smart. But how in their almost foolishness they put out these things and people fall for it. It totally beats me how people still fall for this, because there's a lot of information out there that talks about these things, information that really exposes the schemes of these guys, but somehow they are still in business because people are not reading. So that whole thing of offering you a salary and telling you no deductions, it does not make any sense. Ask questions. What province are we going to? What's the minimum wage of the province that we're dealing? And then you do the math, do the calculation, and you will see that the salary sometimes is very unrealistic for the job roles that they are offering. And that no deduction, please just fold it and throw it in the trash, because that's where it belongs. Okay? And then one last one that I saw on a package that really just broke my heart is that they tell you that you're going to get a job in Canada, you have to pay a certain amount in your home country. In this case, it was from Nigeria. In your home country, Nigeria, and then when you get to Canada, you will pay the balance, but you need a guarantor in Nigeria. Hear this, guys. A Canadian employer is going to employ you, but you need a guarantor in Nigeria. And then when you now get the visa, they are going to process the visa for you for husband, wife, and a maximum of 4 children. I did not know that Canadian visa had maximum number of children that they can issue visas for. So for instance, if you're a husband and wife and you have 5 children, they are indirectly telling you to go and donate the last one because no visa for them, okay? How does that make sense? Some people will ask you to provide DNA test result for your children before you get Canadian visa. DNA test result. Are you people serious? You know, and people are falling for these guys, please. This is the reason why we always talk about it. I have shared it multiple times on this channel. I have advised you guys that if you must use a consultant, make sure you are dealing with a licensed consultant. There's a reason why we emphasize on that. If you deal with licensed consultants, you will not hear the kind of things, all these things that I've described here today. A licensed consultant will not put you through all of that, okay? Personally, guys, I am committed to building a network of licensed consultants, people who excellence and integrity are important to. So they will not come and bring you bogus job packages like that. And guys, that's where Distinct Immigration comes in. Distinct Immigration is a licensed immigration firm that is based out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. They are your go-to for all things immigration, from permanent residents like through the express entry, provincial nomination, to temporary residents like study permits, work visas application, and even in Canada application for people who are looking to change their status while they're already in Canada. And if you're looking to migrate to Canada through the business route, Distinct Immigration also has services available for you. I'm going to be leaving the details of Distinct Immigration, their website, their contact information on all social media platforms, and an official email address that you can reach them on. I'll be leaving that information on the screen and in the description box. So if you have any immigration questions, for those of you who email me and say, I'm looking to come to Canada, can you be my guide? I am not licensed to be your guide, but Distinct Immigration is. So you can contact them for all your questions. You can send an email and somebody will respond to you to advise you on the next steps, okay? Now guys, we've talked about all the bogus offers that they present out there on the job package schemes that they are selling. Now I'm going to tell you, for those of you who have received actual job offers, I'm going to be telling you what to look out for on an actual job offer to let you know if it's authentic or not, okay? The first thing that we will talk about when it comes to actual job offers is, were you interviewed for this role? Guys, that's one question that a lot of people don't ask. Somebody just tells you, I'm going to get you a job, you're going to get work permit, but were you interviewed for the role? If you did not interview for that role, there's going to be a very high tendency that whatever job offer you get might not be authentic. Canadian employers, 99.99% of the time before they offer you a job, there must be some sort of correspondence between the person who's trying to employ and the applicant. There would be a phone conversation, maybe there might be an interview over Skype. Like the people I know, the few people I know who have gotten jobs from outside of Canada were interviewed. So for you to just sit down in your home country, pay somebody, and next thing, boom, they give you an offer letter and you have a job, think again, guys. Think again, okay? Let's now assume that, okay, you have gone through all of this, you have gone through an interview and everything is okay. I'll be sharing with you next what you need to look out for to identify just the tiny details to look out for in your offer letter to determine whether it is authentic or not, okay? One thing I find has become very common in some of these job offers that are sent out to people is that almost all of them are on a Government of Canada letterhead paper. I don't understand that, because typically when an employer offers you a job, the offer letter that they send to you is supposed to be on the letterhead paper of the company that's employing you, not on the Government of Canada letterhead paper. You can only receive a document on the Government of Canada letterhead if it is the Government of Canada that's employing you. So if they present you an offer letter, it's on the Government of Canada letterhead, but when you read through, it seems like the name of the employer is stated there. You should ask yourself, so why is this offer letter on the Government of Canada letterhead paper? Should it not be on the letterhead of the organization that is employing you? That's a red flag. Another thing that I find is very common is that these guys go online and search for random people, real people, and put their names on these offer letters as the HR managers or the HR directors or the CEOs of the organization. So if you look up that name, it is an actual person. But what you want to be looking at is when you look up that person's name. If, for instance, they give you an offer letter and it's signed by Marina Eteng, HR manager, what you want to do is go online, go and search Marina Eteng. Don't just be satisfied with seeing, oh, Marina Eteng is a real person. You want to check that Marina Eteng is actually affiliated with that organization that is giving you that offer. I found a situation where somebody sent me an offer letter. Everything looked okay until I searched out the name of the person who signed the letter on LinkedIn, and you guys, that person had no affiliation whatsoever with this organization that has put their name on a document as the person who's signing an offer letter. So beyond just seeing that it's a real person, check that there's an actual affiliation between the person who has signed the letter and the organization that is claiming to have given you the job, okay? Sometimes it's just the tiny details, those small details, that's how you know that something is a lie or not. Another common mistake that I see, or another common feature of these fake job offers that are given out, is that they are typically overtaken with a lot of errors, grammatical errors, spelling errors, so many blunders in the letter. You guys, it's not typical that a HR manager or a director in Canada will issue you an offer letter that would have those kind of errors. I'm talking about like straight up blunders. It is not typical that that kind of letter will go out officially with those kind of errors. There are checks, there are processes that are in place to make sure that when a document is going out, it is going out in pristine condition. Because I mean, it says a lot about an organization if you send me an offer letter and it has grammatical blunders on it. They go through these things to make sure that whatever documentation is going out is reflecting properly on the organization. So when you get offer letters and there are a lot of blunders like that, check again, something might just be wrong. In some cases, they will provide the letters, it's error free, everything looks okay, but the question I want you to ask yourself is the profession that you are in, this offer that they are giving you for this organization. Like recently I saw an offer letter and the person was being offered the role of an administrative assistant in a government hospital in Canada. You also want to stop to ask yourself, like, is this profession, is this my role, an in-demand profession in Canada? Is it impossible for people who are already within Canada, who are already legally able to work? Is it hard for this role to be filled? Administrative assistant, think about it. Is it possible that with all the career colleges and all the business administration graduates that are in Canada, they will not be able to find an administrative assistant inside Canada they have to employ from overseas? If you think about it, you will understand that it is very unlikely that a hospital, a government hospital, would have to employ administrative assistants from outside Canada. So you have to really put all these cards on the table and tell yourselves the truth, guys. For a lot of people, you have sent me these messages to say, oh, I paid this agent this amount. By the time I do the calculation, you have paid that agent more than what a licensed consultant would have charged you. Because I hear the feedback from some of you to say, oh, licensed consultants are expensive. Are the agents cheap? Let's just say the truth. Are they really cheap? By the time you put it all together, all the money that they charge you here, bring $1,000 here, $2,000 here. When you put it all together, you can actually pay a licensed consultant to do this process for you and represent you with the IRCC, guys. Please, let's stop trying to cut corners. Let's stop trying to be smart. You will never be able to outsmart the IRCC. And in your smartness, agents are becoming rich. In your wokeness, the agents are the ones that are cashing out. So stop giving your money to unlicensed consultants. Make sure you are dealing with only people who are licensed to provide immigration advice. There's a registry of licensed immigration firms, licensed immigration agents online. You can actually go on that registry and check the name of your agent to be sure that they are actually licensed to provide the service that they claim that they are providing, okay? If you're looking to migrate to Canada legally, you're looking to do it the proper way, then you should be dealing with a licensed immigration consultant. Let Distinct Immigration be your guide for all things immigration, from work visas to even coming into Canada through the business and investor route. Distinct Immigration has services in that area and they can offer you and provide to you all the information that you need to make that happen, okay? I'm going to be leaving the details of Distinct Immigration in the description box and on the screen so you can contact them for all things immigration. And if you're already in Canada, say you're a newcomer in Canada and you are like, okay, at this point I don't need immigration advice, I'm just trying to settle in and find my way around. If you're in Saskatoon and you are preparing to take the road test, or you're trying to understand how the road test and the driving test and all of that works, Distinct Immigration also has an arm that is called Distinct Driving. You guys should have seen the story of how I passed my road test in Saskatoon. I'm going to link that somewhere on the screen for you guys to go check out. You will see the importance of using professionals when it comes to learning how to drive in Saskatoon. So if that's where you are, to say, okay, I don't need immigration advice, but I'm looking for information on how I can pass my road test one time, Distinct Driving School is your best bet. So do well to contact them. Well, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I hope you learned from this, guys. If after all this talking you still go and give your money to a fraudulent person, you will only have yourself to blame. There's no shortcut with Canadian immigration. There's no fast with Canadian immigration. So make sure that you're doing it right from the beginning. Let's not become penny wise, pound foolish, okay? Thank you, Distinct Immigration, for partnering with me to bring this information to my able subscribers, okay? Thank you again for watching this video, guys, and until I come your way in the next one, it is Marina saying thank you and have an awesome day. Bye, guys.